in our building that we work in, they were hosting this blood drive. And I saw the email that went out, and I just sort of forgot about it. Didn't look at the date, didn't look at the time.
That happens.
Yeah, I've never donated blood before. And you had mentioned that you were going to donate blood, and we were talking about it when you got back. And I didn't realize how passionate you were about this. And I guess I also don't know all the details of why it's so important.
Yeah, I feel you.
I've always been an advocate, like, yeah, donate blood,
It's the right thing to do.
but not my arm, because I don't want that.
Don't put that needle in my arm.
Yeah, the needle. Do I have to get a needle? You got to get a needle, right?
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, and I realized like what a big baby I am after I talked to J-Bo. She didn't make me feel like a baby. Just I made myself feel like one.
Wah, I'm TJ. I don't like needles. Wah.
Did you get blood yesterday?
I didn't, but I have in the past.
Oh, you have. Okay.
I'm not afraid of needles.
It's not that I'm afraid of needles. I just realized I think I'm being selfish. Like I try to iron out the selfishness in me. And I have to iron out a little bit more after our conversation yesterday. But I was actually very intrigued by what you were sharing about why you give blood.
Well, a couple of years ago, my mother walked herself into a hospital, and the doctors told her, you shouldn't have been able to walk yourself into a hospital. Like, you should be dead. So she was really sick. And my dad and I kept telling her, like, yo, you need to go to the hospital, go get checked out. And she's like, I'm fine. I'm just tired. She was sleeping a lot. And come to find out, she needed a blood transfusion.
Wow.
But thanks to that blood transfusion, she's alive. And so I remember people hosting a blood drive where I used to work in St. Louis. And I started giving blood. And as I was giving blood, I started learning the benefits of giving blood. Like 1 pint of blood literally saves 3 lives. And
I had no idea.
Yeah, and neither did I, And so I think back to the person who decided to donate blood, who one of the lives that she saved or he saved was my mom's life. So whenever there's a blood drive, I try to be a part of it. And it's difficult to like go on your own and schedule that if you have to like drive to the location and everything. But it's at work. So I was like, yeah, why not? Why not go ahead and give blood? And they give snacks too. So
you got free snacks?
Yeah, and they gave me a gift card.
No way.
It doesn't happen everywhere you go, but some places will give you an incentive to donate. And I didn't even know it was an incentive until after I donated.
How much was the gift card for?
$15.
Get out of here.
We have a couple of vendors set up downstairs in our building, the marketplace.
In the cafe?
The cafe, yeah, and it's for that. So
No way.
if you see me in there eating, mind your business.
What?
All right?
Give me a piece of that.
Nah, man, I'm not giving you none of that. But there are some benefits to, like I said, donating blood. It saves 3 lives. Some people who have maybe experienced like a traumatic injury or cancer patients, blood transfusions, like my mom. A lot of times the blood banks have a shortage, and it's usually the time when people are traveling. So like the summertime, people are out of their routines, or like the holidays, and that's the time really to jump in there and just donate. What's really cool too is that you get a mini like physical review before you give blood. So like they'll check your blood pressure, temperature, all those things to make sure that you're actually operating and you're in good health before you go ahead and you donate.
So it's like a free doctor's visit.
Pretty much. So if you haven't been to your doctors this year, you may want to tap into donating blood.
That's amazing. Well, thank you for sharing all that. And thank you also for talking to me about it yesterday, because I was curious. I had a lot of questions. And yeah, and I actually did feel bad. I was like, man, what an easy opportunity I missed here. It's right in our building. They made it super convenient. Yeah. And because I was just being selfish, I mean, let me just call it what it was. I didn't want to get pricked. I didn't plan for it. I didn't leave time in my day.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I get that.
But no, I'm thinking about it differently, and I didn't realize how closely it affected your own life and your mom.
Yeah.
That's an incredible
and
story.
She's thriving now. And one thing that I learned recently, I didn't even know this, and if you're interested in like staying healthy, is that people who donate blood, they've been able to reduce heart attack risk by 88% just by donating blood, because it helps the blood flow in your body and it prevents blockage. So, yeah.
Yeah, so just something to put out there. Thank you for that, J-Bo.
You're welcome.